Star Alicia Hobson was born at 6:56 a.m. on Tuesday the 21st of May 2019 at Bradford Royal Infirmary. She weighed 7 pounds 7 ounces. She stayed in hospital for the first 2 weeks of her life due to feeding difficulties, but she was soon thriving. Her life would come to an end just 16 months later, on the 22nd of September 2020, but during her short time on this earth, she touched the lives of many. After her death, her maternal great-grandparents, David Fawcett and Anita Smith, recalled the beautiful little girl who they instantly fell in love with. After her death, David remembered how his great-granddaughter loved to dance. He said, quote, "Anita used to pick her up and dance around the kitchen with her. She had a little baby walker she used to sit in and go across the kitchen and dance up and down to the tunes. It was brilliant. She used to stare. That was the thing I'll never forget. She'd look at me, and she'd be staring at you. You'd look away, and she'd still be staring." Her Aunt Alicia said the star was, quote, "very special. She loved music and dancing and shaking her head. She had the best personality I've ever known. She loved chocolate, especially twirl. They were a favourite. She was cheeky. She used to do a little fake laugh, and it made me laugh every single time. Some mornings we would get up super early just to play and mess about. She loved cuddles and kisses as well. She couldn't give you enough of them. She would pin me down and cover me with kisses. Moments I will forever cherish." Star also loved snuggling on the sofa, watching Peppa Pig, and she liked Weetabix for breakfast. The thing that stands out in the photos of Star are her beautiful blue eyes. They're so big, so innocent. How anyone could harm this little angel is beyond my understanding, but this is exactly what happened. More than half of Star's short life was characterized by physical and emotional abuse at the hands of two evil women, her own mother and a deranged partner who described herself as a psycho. Frankie Smith, Star's mother, although she wasn't fit to use this title, was born in June 2000 and grew up in the town of Shipley in West Yorkshire. She was the daughter of Yvonne and Andrew and was one of 5 children. Members of her family have stated they have no idea how Smith grew into the monster she became, with them remembering her love of musicals when she was a child, with her regularly being taken to stage shows, including Shishi Shishi Bang Bang and Jersey Boys. She was also obsessed with a 1970s band called the Rubettes, especially the lead singer Alan Williams, despite him being old enough to be her grandfather. But there were indicators of instability in the home. Andrew was a heroin addict who spent much of his time locked in his room and eventually died of an overdose. The influence of Yvonne was more damaging, and I'll get to her soon. Frankie Smith had significant disadvantages in her life. In court, it was stated that an assessment had showed that she had an IQ of 70, meaning that she had a learning disability, and was in the bottom 2% of the population in terms of intelligence. In addition, it was noted that she was, quote, "abnormally compliant and abnormally prone to going along with what an authority figure is telling her to do." Smith was extremely immature. Her family stated that she played with dolls until she was 16 years old. Smith didn't seem to have much interest in boys, but this changed when she began a relationship with a man called Jordan Hobson, and she soon fell pregnant. As stated earlier, Smith gave birth to Star in May 2019, but her relationship with Jordan quickly fell apart. According to someone who knew the couple, the relationship was toxic and volatile. Jordan, sometime later, would be in court for attacking his new girlfriend with a mop. As will be covered later, Jordan did contact the police when he saw pictures of his daughter with injuries on her face, but it appears he was an absent father who had almost no contact with Star during her short life. Initially, Frankie Smith dozed on Star, but within weeks she got bored of her and would go out on benders with her mother Yvonne, while Star was left with other family members or palmed off onto babysitters. Soon, Star became an inconvenience, and Smith's behaviour towards her quickly changed. This was witnessed by Alicia, Smith's half-sister, and Star's aunt. Whilst Alicia adored Star, and the pair were very close, Smith called her own daughter, when she was only a few months old, it, and a cunt. In October 2019, on a night out, Frankie Smith, by this point 18 years old, met Savannah Brockhill, a deeply disturbed 26-year-old woman who was possessive and dangerous, and who was working as a bouncer at the Sun pub in Bradford. The pair exchanged numbers, and within a few weeks were in a toxic relationship. This meeting of two evil minds will result in the abuse, torment, and eventual murder of Star Hobson just 11 months later.